Lexus's NX is in the compact luxury crossover segment. With it being one of the best sellers in this class, there is plenty to like of the NX, so let's go ahead and find out why and take a closer look at this 2017 Lexus NX. Now the NX is actually Lexus's smallest crossover offering, and it's one of their cheapest vehicles in their model lineup. Now it slots below the midsize RX in terms of size and price, and in terms of styling for this vehicle, it's either love it or hate it. And you have that huge gaping front grille just like with the rest of Lexus's vehicles. If you go for the F Sports package, you do get a unique front grille too. But Lexus calls it their spindle grille, and then you also do have some sharp looking LED daytime running lights as well. But overall, I really do like the styling of the vehicle because I think it's very distinctive. Now our NX we have here is a 200t, which comes equipped with the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Not much has changed for the 2017 model year, except for that the hybrid model is now significantly cheaper. Here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. You have your lock, unlock, your power tailgate, and your panic button. Now this color is known as the Eminent White, and you do have smart key access on all 4 doors of the vehicle, which is nice. And you also do have a black leatherette interior, power driver's seat with power recline and power lumbar. Do love the white contrast stitching on the seats. Alright, now stepping on inside of the interior for the NX here. As you can see, it's a fairly stylish cabin design, very high quality, what you would expect from Lexus. You have nice styling details such as the stitching on the dash, and I really do love the steering wheel too. It's a really nice look with the 3-spoke design here. But overall, it's a fairly nice looking interior. It's very similar to what you will find in the Lexus IS sedan. Now you do have push button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. You have a full leather wrapped steering wheel. Coming to your transmission, we have a 6-speed automatic with manual shiftability. And you also do have an electronic parking brake, as well as a brake hold feature. When you put the vehicle into reverse, this will display your rear view camera with guidance lines, as well as trajectory. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the lights and the fogs, as well as the hazards. Let's go ahead and check out the exterior of the vehicle. Automatic driver's side window. Let's go pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators. Now the NX is mechanically related to Toyota's very popular selling RAV4, but they look nothing alike. You have 17-inch aluminum wheels. Really do love this white color here. You have LED low beam headlights with halogen high beam headlights, LED daytime running lights, and you also do have fog lights below. Very sinister looking. Powering the NX here is what most NXs are going to have. It's a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that runs on premium unleaded fuel, and it produces 235 horsepower at 4,800 RPM and 258 pound-feet of torque at 1,650 RPM, with EPA estimates being an okay 22 in the city and 28 on the highway. Now you can go with front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive with the NX here, but if fuel efficiency is a main priority for you, then you'll want to go to the NX Hybrid. Now the NX Hybrid, like I said, for 2017 it's much cheaper than the gas model this time around. But this powertrain here provides an okay amount of power with an decent amount of fuel efficiency. However, it's certainly not class leading. Competitors of the NX, you have the vehicles in the compact luxury crossover class. This includes the likes of the Mercedes-Benz GLC, Audi Q5, and you also do have the BMW X3. EPA estimates, like I said, 22 city, 28 highway. Overall vehicle score from the government 5-star safety ratings is a 5. Total vehicle price, $38,450. And the final assembly point for this vehicle is actually in Japan. Up here, you also do have a shark fin antenna coming to the rear of the vehicle. You'll find LED tail lights. And you have dual exhaust tips, rear window wiper with a rear window defroster, and an LED third brake light. All of your basic power necessities, power windows, door locks, and your power mirrors. And you have your cup holder on the side right there. Interior quality in the NX here is quite impressive. Fit and finish is exceptional inside of here. You have stitching everywhere inside of this vehicle, which is nice. And many of the panels and the plastics are soft to the touch, like up here on the upper door panel, soft touch, and on the mid door panel and the armrest. That's pretty impeccable build quality, and many of the interior trim and pieces do fit well together. There you won't find any panel gaps really inside of here. Overall, it's quite competitive in terms of interior quality for the NX. The steering wheel is quite nice and pretty stylish in the NX here, but if you get the F Sports package, you do get a different steering wheel. But over here we have your steering wheel mounted audio controls, Bluetooth phone controls, and your voice recognition. Let's go and test that out.
How may I help you?
Tune the radio.
Which frequency would you like to listen to?
102.5 FM.
Tuning to 102.5 FM.
And the voice recognition does work fairly well inside of here. Over here you also do have your controls for the little driver information display, which I will get to in just a minute. And down here you will find dual cup holders, your main controller for the Lexus N system, and then you have your electronic parking brake and your brake hold feature, traction control off, and your different driver selectable modes, which do include an eco mode, which is the most fuel efficient setting, your normal mode, and a sports mode. And that does change the throttle response as well as the steering feel. But if you get the F Sports package, you do get a different tuned suspension. And coming to the center console, you have a removable tray, and there's plenty of center console storage inside of here, despite this being a compact crossover. And you will find your USB charging port, auxiliary input, and a 12-volt power outlet. The seats are also quite comfortable in the NX, and they do provide an okay amount of side bolstering. That can be a little bit better, but thigh support is okay for the most part. Visibility out of the NX is okay. There's an okay amount of side glass area on the front windows. The dash is mounted just a little too high, so seeing out of the windshield isn't the best, but can certainly be a little bit better. When you get to rearward visibility, you have a really small rear quarter window, but at least a rear view camera does come as standard equipment. Up here you have your auto dimming rearview mirror, garage home link, and an integrated compass, your LED map lights, and SOS Safety Connect. The NX also offers plenty of safety technologies such as lane departure warning and blind spot detection. Coming to your climate controls, we do have dual zone automatic climate control. And the controls are fairly simple and easy to use. You have your fan speeds and your different temperatures, as well as your zones. Easy as that. And then we also have 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. The buttons for the heated seats are quite small, however. Now let's get to the main infotainment system and the head unit. This is the Lexus N200t system, and these are your controls right here for the head unit here. And coming to the main home screen, this is your home screen right here, and it shows pretty much all your different menus. Now, a new feature for 2017 is your connected navigation system, which comes from your smartphone, and Lexus is also making that on a lot of their other 2017 vehicles. Now, coming to your different audio sources, it does include all of the norm here. We have AM, FM, XM satellite radio. You also do have iTunes tagging and HD radio, USB port with iPod integration, auxiliary input, and your Bluetooth. And then you also do have your display settings, which you could change. You could turn the screen off. You can change the contrast, brightness, or settings for the rear view camera. What I do love about this system is that it does have a back button, which makes it very convenient. You also have your setup right here. You can change voice, Bluetooth, audio, vehicle, many different settings that you could change from the system. And you have your info, which shows you your fuel consumption. And it gives you a little bar graph, similar to what you'll find in many other Toyotas and Lexuses. Traffic incidents. Gives you all the traffic incidents on here. Gives you a live traffic map, and then your weather. And then it gives you a 5-day forecast. You could change the cities if you would like. Overall, the Lexus N200t system is an okay system. It's just quite distracting to use at times when you're driving on the road. However, the interface is pretty simple. Glove box compartment, nice and damp and lined with felt. As far as interior space goes, there's an okay amount of interior space for the front occupants. I would say that the roomiest crossover in this class is certainly the BMW X3. It's quite roomy inside of there, and the Mercedes-Benz GLC is a little bit roomier than the NX here. Coming to the gauges and the instrument cluster, we do have full instrumentation for the gauges, of course, and you have your coolant temperature on the left, tachometer, speedometer on the right, and your fuel gauge. In the center, you will find all of your vehicle information, which shows you like your current MPG, your fuel range, eco indicator, tire pressure. It also shows you what radio station is playing, any warning messages for the vehicle, and there's settings that you could change. You could turn the eco light on or off, you could change the units, language, and your drive info, pop-up display, your tire pressure, schedule maintenance, any different settings that you could change from here too. As far as the way the NX drives, the NX has a pretty good balance between decent ride comfort and decent handling. Now, this vehicle certainly isn't a sports crossover, and it's certainly not the sportiest vehicle in the segment. And even if you do get the F Sports package, it still drives pretty much the same overall. Now, the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder certainly provides an okay amount of power for the vehicle, but if fuel efficiency is a main priority for you, definitely go with the hybrid. And the 6-speed automatic transmission does shift fairly well with the turbo 4-cylinder, and it never hesitates to shift, which is nice. You never notice when it's shifting. The ride quality is also quite smooth. It soaks up road bumps fairly well, but it's certainly not the smoothest riding vehicle in the class. But I think the NX strikes a decent balance between nice ride comfort and nice handling. All right, let's go ahead and shut down the NX. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Power tailgate. Low floor is pretty high in the NX here. And there's an okay amount of cargo space, but the BMW X3 certainly has a lot more. You do have your first aid kit back here. The rear seats also do fold down, of course. and it's a pretty easy mechanism. The cargo space is pretty average for the class. The second row seats do fold down, pulling on these levers right here, and they do recline too, which is nice. But the build quality and materials do follow through in the rear. One of my complaints for the NX is that these seats do not slide forward and aft, and the rear seat legroom, while I do have an okay amount, it's certainly not the best in the class. It can be roomier. But you do have dual mat pockets. Headroom is okay back here, and you have rear air vents. And all the headrests are adjustable. And you have a rear center armrest with cup holders. Seats themselves are quite plush too, and they're quite comfortable. There's an okay amount of thigh support. It's not too bad back here. All right. So with its available hybrid model, it's decent ride comfort and decent handling, and its luxurious interior that's well built, the 2017 Lexus NX is an okay choice for a compact luxury crossover. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.